Hey Emma, I was thinking about doing something special for Christmas this year. What do you think about visiting Australia?
That sounds amazing. I've always wanted to spend Christmas in Australia. Where should we go?
I was thinking about Sydney. We could see the Sydney Opera House, Bondi Beach, and maybe catch the fireworks.
That's a great idea. Sydney has so much to offer. Plus, Christmas in the summer would be a unique experience.
Exactly. We can enjoy the warm weather instead of the cold. When do you think we should leave?
Maybe a few days before Christmas, so we have time to settle in and explore before the big day.
That works for me. Have you checked flight prices yet?
Not yet, but I can look them up tonight. We should also decide on accommodations.
Good point. Should we stay near the beach or in the city center?
I'd prefer the city center. It'll be easier to get around and see the main attractions.
Agreed. Let's look for a nice hotel or Airbnb in Sydney's central area.
Perfect. Also, we should plan some activities for Christmas Day.
Definitely. How about starting the day with a breakfast by the beach?
I love that idea. We could go to Bondi Beach early in the morning.
Then, maybe we could take a ferry to Manly and enjoy the views of Sydney Harbour.
That sounds lovely. Should we also do a special dinner in the evening?
Yes, maybe a fancy restaurant with a view of the Opera House.
I'll research some good options and make a reservation. Restaurants might be busy on Christmas.
Good thinking. What about activities for the other days?
We could visit the Blue Mountains or take a day trip to Hunter Valley for some wine tasting.
I'm in for both. What about exploring Taronga Zoo or the Sydney Aquarium?
Oh, I'd love to see the zoo. The aquarium would be fun too.
Great. Let's make a list and prioritize. We don't want to overbook ourselves.
True. We'll need some downtime to relax and enjoy the holiday atmosphere.
Should we rent a car or rely on public transport?
Public transport should be fine for Sydney. It's convenient and eco-friendly.
Makes sense. We'll save money and avoid the hassle of parking.
Exactly. Plus, the ferry rides are an experience on their own.
Have you thought about what to pack? It'll be summer there.
I'm thinking light clothes, swimsuits, sunscreen, and a hat. What about you?
Same here. I'll also bring some comfortable shoes for walking.
Good idea. Don't forget sunglasses and a reusable water bottle.
Thanks for the reminder. Should we exchange Christmas gifts while we're there?
That would be fun. Let's keep it small and meaningful, though.
Agreed. Maybe something we find during the trip.
Perfect. Souvenirs could make great gifts.
By the way, do you think we'll have time for a boat tour of Sydney Harbour?
We should definitely fit that in. The views would be incredible.
I'll look into some options. Morning or evening?
Evening sounds romantic with the sunset and city lights.
I love that idea. Are you okay with visiting some museums too?
Sure. I'd love to learn more about Australian culture and history.
The Australian Museum or the Art Gallery of New South Wales could be interesting.
Let's add them to our list.
Do you think we should book tickets for attractions in advance?
Probably. It'll save time and ensure we don't miss out.
Good call. I'll start checking availability once we finalize the itinerary.
Great. Let's set a budget too.
Definitely. Flights, accommodation, food, and activities. What's your estimate?
Maybe around $3,000 each, depending on how fancy we go.
That sounds reasonable. Let's keep track of expenses as we plan.
Agreed. Should we split the planning tasks?
Yes. You can handle accommodations and restaurants, and I'll take care of flights and activities.
Perfect. I'll send you updates on my progress.
Same here. I can't wait for this trip.
Me neither. It's going to be an unforgettable Christmas.
Should we plan to attend any Christmas events or festivals in Sydney?
Great idea. I heard Sydney has Christmas markets and carol events. Let's look into those.
I'll research and see if there's a Christmas Eve carol service at the Opera House.
That sounds magical. I'll check if there are any outdoor Christmas concerts too.
We should also think about food. What are some Australian Christmas dishes we could try?
Prawns and pavlova are must-haves for an Aussie Christmas.
Oh, and maybe we could have a barbecue on Christmas Eve.
Perfect. We could do it on the beach if they allow it.
Speaking of beaches, should we explore any beyond Bondi?
Definitely. Manly Beach and Coogee Beach are popular too.
We could even do the Bondi to Coogee Coastal Walk. It's supposed to be breathtaking.
Yes. That's a must-do. We should carry water and snacks for the hike.
Do you think we'll have time for a wildlife park to see kangaroos and koalas?
I hope so. There are some parks near Sydney where you can interact with them.
I'll look up Featherdale Wildlife Park. It's highly recommended.
Awesome. That'll be a highlight for sure.
Should we include some water activities, like snorkeling or paddleboarding?
Absolutely. Sydney has beautiful bays for that. Maybe Watson's Bay.
Watson's Bay sounds great. I'll check for rentals and guided tours.
Cool. We should also allocate a day for complete relaxation.
Agreed. Maybe we could spend that day lounging by the pool or enjoying a spa.
Yes. A spa day sounds perfect for unwinding.
I'll see if any hotels have good spa packages.
Let's choose one that's not too far from the city center.
Do you think we should plan for New Year's Eve in Sydney too?
That would be amazing. Sydney's New Year fireworks are world famous.
True. We'd need to book a spot early because it gets crowded.
I can look for tickets to a harbor cruise for the fireworks.
That would be incredible. Should we extend our stay into January?
Why not? We could explore more of Australia, like Melbourne or the Great Barrier Reef.
That's tempting. How many extra days are you thinking?
Maybe 5-7 days? Enough time to see a bit more without rushing.
Sounds good. For Christmas Day itself, do you think we'll need a car for any of our plans?
I don't think so. Public transport should still be running, but we can double check.
Good point. Let's make sure everything we plan is accessible.
Agreed. It'll save us a lot of hassle.
Do you have a travel insurance provider in mind?
Yes, I'll send you some options. It's essential for peace of mind.
Thanks. Let's get it sorted as soon as we book our tickets.
Absolutely. Better safe than sorry.
Speaking of tickets, should we aim for direct flights or layovers to save money?
I'd prefer direct flights if possible. It's less stressful.
Same here. Let's prioritize comfort for this trip.
Agreed. We can look for deals on premium economy seats too.
Have you thought about any specific souvenirs you'd like to bring back?
Maybe some Aboriginal art or Australian-made products. What about you?
I'd love to bring back something unique, like a didgeridoo or local wine.
Great choices. Let's keep some space in our luggage for souvenirs.
Do you think we'll need adapters for charging our devices?
Yes, Australia uses a different plug type. Let's buy some universal adapters.
Good idea. I'll also bring a portable charger for day trips.
Smart. That'll come in handy for our phones and cameras.
Speaking of cameras, are you planning to bring yours?
Definitely. I want to capture every moment.
Same here. I'll also bring a tripod for group shots and landscapes.
Awesome. Let's plan for some sunrise or sunset photography sessions.
Do you think we should learn a bit about Australian slang before we go?
Yes. It'll make interacting with locals more fun.
Let's make a list of common phrases. Like, G-Day and no worries.
And don't forget Arvo for afternoon and brekkie for breakfast.
Should we get an international SIM card or rely on Wi-Fi?
A SIM card might be better for navigation and staying connected.
I'll check if our phones are compatible with Australian networks.
Good call. We should also download offline maps, just in case.
What's the one thing you're most excited about for this trip?
Celebrating Christmas on the beach. It's such a unique experience. What about you?
I'm excited about seeing the Opera House in person. It's been on my bucket list forever.
Same here. It's going to be so surreal.
Do you think we should prepare a small Christmas playlist for the trip?
That's a great idea. We can mix in some Aussie Christmas songs too.
I'll start curating it. Do you have any favorite holiday tracks?
Yes, I'll send you a list. Let's make it festive but fun.
What about Christmas decorations? Should we bring anything small to feel festive?
Maybe some fairy lights or a mini tree for our room.
That's cute. It'll add to the holiday vibe.
Let's keep it lightweight and easy to pack.
Do you think we'll need to budget for tips?
Tipping isn't mandatory in Australia, but it's appreciated for good service.
Good to know. We'll keep that in mind for restaurants and tours.
Agreed. It's always nice to show appreciation.
Have you checked if we need visas for Australia?
Yes, we'll need to apply for an ETA or a visitor visa.
Let's do that soon to avoid any last-minute issues.
Definitely. It's a quick process, but better safe than sorry.
Should we set up a shared document to track our plans?
Great idea. We can list the itinerary, bookings, and expenses in one place.
I'll create one and share it with you tonight.
Perfect. This trip is coming together so well.
I'm getting more excited as we plan. It's going to be unforgettable.
Same here. Australia is the perfect place for a memorable Christmas.
Let's finalize everything by next week so we can relax before the trip.
Agreed. I can't wait to make this dream a reality.